You could argue that LawLiet is on a level with Kaho, but in tournament performances and ELO ranking, Kaho is slightly ahead of LawLiet at the moment, and LawLiet, of course, also busy being the tournament organizer for this one. That Fortitude is the best human is undisputed. That Fortitude is the best player in higher level tournaments is also undisputed. But it's also undisputed that the matchup versus Night Elf is Fortitude's weakest. In the DWCC Chinese qualifier, Kaho defeated Fortitude just for 40 to then get his revenge at DWCC. So now they meet again. So we have seen a lot of one-base rifle pushes recently. I'm not a huge fan, but Night Elves are very oppressive these days. With Demon Hunter grabbing the item, moving across. He even takes a side step. Interesting. The more or less new key to a successful Night Elf early game are Wisp detonates. We got 2 ready. I saw it the first time by Kaho in this fashion, since Night Elves are in general getting more lumber now. They can't afford to lose a Wisp at a certain point. Nicely dodging the auto attacks and getting the dispel done. 40 a bit asleep at the wheel here. The targeting switched when the Wisp went into a Moonwell. He still got the detonate off. Oh, that's another dispel. That's a lot of experience on Kaho already. Demon Hunter coming in with Immolation. Archmage is the bait, but Demon Hunter is not falling for it. Hunting down these workers now. Nice deny. Seems like 40 in shape, but it's still utter destruction of a Demon Hunter. These newer early games are crippling, but goes on the cost of a town portal and a lot of moon juice. Only 11 workers remaining. Only 1 worker here to start building an arcane tower. That was a phenomenal harass. Pretty much textbook. It's hard to play this better. 40 could have gotten rid of one of the 2 wisps here. That build cancel dodge is more micro than I can do in my games. I feel you. I feel you. Like the entire game together. 40 selling the TP for his staff. He wants some counter aggression. That has always been his biggest strength. If he puts pressure on the Night Elf, the Demon Hunter has to defend and can't target the second base anymore. Tech is done for 3/4. Hunter's Hall is coming now. That should line up. And we see this more and more from humans, huh? Town portal sold for staff and boots. As Happy said, if I have to use the town portal, I made a mistake. So let's just play without mistakes. .5 Demon Hunter with ring. Base seems safe. So 40 can't jump on the lures for now. He was zoned off very well by Kaho. It's so good that Kaho is back in shape, unlike January, February, where I think he took some time off. At least it looked like that. Kaho, the Night Elf player with the biggest potential to become an S tier player. Crystal ball, but no need for now.
Players' forces are under attack.
Archmage position is safe. The footman still gets some damage in. Immolation helps a ton here, of course. And solid damage distribution. Fortitude with a 6-minute tech. Nice deny. Yeah, this is looking good. Naga coming in though. He just evacuated before the Naga can reach the main army. one unlucky footman was rallied a bit odd. Walked straight into her fangs and it's getting... Oh! Archmage even helping. He's a nice little grandpa, isn't he? Lumbermill. Tech running. Expo running. Kaho, of course, on the timer now. For Kaho. Counter expansion on the way. I feel like the presence of Jens has made it so Night Elves are going for more expansions. Because he showed everyone how to successfully do it. And then of course there's more lumber, which helps as well. Level 3. This is a lot of water elementals, to be honest. So what's the play? Fortitude. We get a blacksmith. We also have a lumber mill. Question is if tier 2 mass production or tier 3 high tech. Archmages, again, this is something we've seen before. In, I think it was Don't Force Me Cup, I'm not too sure. 40 is starting to keep his Archmage levels low for a long time. Not sure if I'm a huge fan. But he'll have his reasons. Double Sanctum, defend up, Blood Mage coming. Also in this matchup, it was a fear for a while that Blood Mage is just not getting used anymore, and we just get Nagas on both sides. Nagi on both sides. But Blood Mage still holds good value. And then we have the answer that we're gonna get mass production 3 buildings into Rifle Caster.
The player's forces are under attack.
All while intercepting the Dryads, who are critical now once the Blood Mage reaches level 2. High Tuntun on a tournament rampage. We are so blessed that we have High Tuntun. That person is a gift from the gods this year and last year. Ooh. Wow, that was a lot of damage. Jeez. Are we ready? Naga close to 3. From my perspective, Naga more often a carry than a demon hunter these days.
A player's forces are under attack.
Thanks to the power of Hawkeye. Okay, 0 levels on the Blood Mage. Is that enough against 3 bears? Kaho has played a nice game. He has that second base up as well, so it's just stalling more or less. Naga reaches level 3 for that powerful Fort Lightning. The militia are just gonna be fodder, the poor souls. And more units falling. But it's relatively even. Of course, Kaho just wants to survive here by time. I really like that Fortitude is mixing in spell breakers to steal the reju. The incredible powerful combo of rejuvenation on demon hunters. I've seen it way too often go through unpunished. Not in Kaho's house. Oh, he gets the shop control for double heal scroll. Massive victory. Especially when your opponent is facing Immolation and Fork Lightning. Having that healing is great. Oh, Boots of Kel'Thuzad! And the Blood Mage being punished right away! Blood Mage dies! If there is shop control for Fortitude and he gets that Immo Potion, it's a whole different situation. But there's not. 7 seconds safety for the demon. A kingdom for a rejuve now. Kaho was cutting corners left and right. He doesn't have a staff nor an orb or anything, but it's still enough as it seems. It's a 17 food lead for 40, but doesn't look that way. Thanks to heal scrolls, Kaho can stay in this fight. Reinforcements will bring in new rejuvenation. Breakers are falling. Demon Hunter in trouble. He sold the town portal, or he used the town portal earlier. The demon is surrounded! B2W rip! Oh no! The second time today where 40 and the militia surround, or peasants surround, is winning him the game. But we have a revive as Kaho was filthy rich. God damn. And now 40 with momentum. 30 seconds till consumables. Archmage back. That looked really good for Kaho for a while. Then he ran out of steam a little bit. Reju was missing. Naga close to 4 though. 2 base, 2 base. But he has to push. He's down in tech. But heal strong. Again. Archmage wants the invul. Gets the invul. This is extremely important because you oftentimes pair the 7 seconds the Demon Hunter is invulnerable with the rejuvenation. So not only is he invulnerable, but also the reju can't be dispelled. So it's invulnerability and healing if you execute it well. So I think sacrificing the invul potion, like just to get it, to steal it away from Kaho is worth it. Now Priest of course have to help that Archmage. Tome of Retraining. We get Blizzard. And that's the #1 weapon against bears. Wojtek, thank you for the 26. In this blood. Okay. In with the siphon. We got a staff, we got an orb. It oftentimes feels like when you see the first blizzard, there should be a transition. Kaho's rich. Fairy Dragons was seen recently. Oh, Breakers are not stealing the reju. Little bit of a mistake, but the blizzards. What do you do against the blizzard? You gotta split, but it's not that easy with all the slow coming in. And bears are falling. 20 seconds on the staff. Fork Lightning kinda nice. I think Fortitude is so rich. He played this incredibly well from the mid-game on. Blizzard is hitting only Dryads now, but the bears are so slow. It feels like Kaho missed the mark here a little bit. And lost a lot of momentum with the end of the fight in the middle. And now it's getting incredibly hard without time for a transition. How are you even supposed to win as a Night Elf? How about you stop losing your hero unnecessarily in the middle of the game? How about that? Kaho basically won a fight being 20 food down until the hero died. And then, of course, that costs a lot of resources. And those resources you can't put into an army. And then the human army is better than your army. GG. This was rather simple, wasn't it? Such a great start for Kaho, but he can't carry it over the finish line. So, Kaho bottom right. Fortitude could start this round robin group stage 2-0 before going into the match with Happy in a bit. Which is, of course, the match that we're all looking forward to. Starting with an Invo potion, which can be huge. Fortitude gets the Shadow Priest. Nice. Ooh, and this is an uninterrupted expo creep. The wisps aren't here. Kaho. Ooh, 40 loses a peasant to creeps. Whoops. Bit stressful here, huh? Is he expanding already? He needs a bit of lumber. How do you have these graphics? It's a fan mod created by Kenshin! Exclamation mark Kenshin. K-E-N-S-H-I-N. So 40 again going 2 bases. I like that a lot more than the 1 base attempts, especially on Twisted, of course. With Twisted being the biggest map there is. With the most bases and everything.
A player's forces are under attack.
Demon Hunter playing a very peaceful game if you exclude creeps. Poor creeps. Nobody ever thinks about the creeps. This expansion has to work, but I got my doubts. 40 has a very good idea of what's happening. Kenshin as in Kenshin Vera? Kenshin as in front part of the bottom leg of Barbie's boyfriend. Demon Hunter staff? Into the base! Where the tower isn't here! Let's go! 40 shut this down by just evacuating, but yeah, we built an Ancient of War here. Oh, Kaho, you beautiful, beautiful soul. We go for the main, but we go for the main on the other side as well. Oh, sweet. I love that he has the Wisp there for the Ancient of War. Because this Ancient of War can do serious trouble here now. So Fortitude kind of has to respond to this. What a cool, stylish move to make sure that this expansion is coming up at the 6 o'clock. And this is why Kaho is the chosen one. Fortitude knows, of course, aggression is the best defense most of the time, but this Ancient of War is it's almost done. Losing Moonwells is not ideal, but he bought the time for the Ancient of War to come up. So more militia. This is all tech. This is all tech time. Moonwells are coming up in the back. This cannot be cancelled anymore. We look at the Ancient. He's unfortunately... Oh my god, he stays uprooted. He can kill 2 peasants here. How annoying. 40, it's 6 minutes 20. He's not teching. Demon. He uses it to step in again with immolation! Suddenly my pants got tighter. I got no idea how that... He completely shuts down this base. Oh my god, Kaho, you're so good. Sorry, I need to clean something up here. I made a mess seeing these plays. Wow. Wow. He techs at the expo now, but it's essentially one base, one base. Naga mass range. There's no defend, by the way, because 40 has no lumber at all. Good micro here. I'm getting constant boner pills ads. This looks like Neo doesn't need them. All I need is Kaho, Demon Hunter, and his staff.
A town is under siege.
What a play. Completely shuts down the main base. We'll see in the end if this was worth it, but how creative. Archmage isn't level 3. Shadow Priest killed. Tier 2 reached, and the Naga can go for some map control now. We have lots and lots of footies who can of course still be put to good use. Tech is almost done. But Demon Hunter with Immolation can still dominate quite a bit. Gold mine difference. Oh boy. I am not sure if you're ready for this. 2,200. Of course, the expo was running. Unfortunately, Kaho didn't start walking the tree over in time. He could have had this expo a lot earlier. That would have been the cherry on top. We will see if this was all worth it, right? But just the style. Yeah, I feel like we'll see that a bit more often.
A player's forces are under attack.
I think 40 is still fine. Goes for a Blood Mage, as I learned yesterday. It's not an indicator of tier 2 or tier 3. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, Naga shuts this down with Kaho in control. That entire exchange shut down mining at 40's main, but also prevented mining at Kaho's expo. Yeah, but it made sure the expo stayed alive as well. Tier 3. And then we all know what's coming. If 40 clicks that castle button on Twisted Meadows versus Night Elf, we all know what's coming. Castle here at the expo is such a weird sight.
A player's forces are under attack.
Choo-choo, exactly. We get the first Ancient of Wind. First for a Hippo, I think, for scouting and shutting down Zeppelins. Then later for Talons against tanks. Lore's a bit exposed, that worries me for later. So, as chat is pointing out as well, there's no panda. That's quite bad. Because there will be tanks. And to be honest, there could also be mass gyros. I keep saying this and it never happens, but it happened once and it was a cool game of Fortitude versus Colorful. Well, it was cool for all the human fans out there. It wasn't pretty for Colorful at all. But without the panda, there might be an opportunity for it. At the moment though, we don't see a single workshop. I'm a bit confused about this lack of production. He only has the racks. That's it. Demon Hunter and Naga doing more damage. Archmage staffing back. Maybe try to fake a town portal and the old man is getting punished. Is he staffed there? He has TP away now. Whoops, that didn't work out as planned, right? Saves the Shredder with that. Mana is empty anyway, so the Arcane doesn't do much. And now we TP out. Damage done. Economy in shambles. Very smart game by Kaho thus far. Buying more time for a safe expansion. And I am really worried about Fortitude because he doesn't have any production buildings. And he was also super short on lumber. So it's starting now. But Kaho has so much time. I think Kaho should have committed to Shredder. He got 6 lumber wisp. That's like 3 shredders. Wood issues. Maybe we are getting the boner pills advertisements because we talk so much about wood issues this week. Oh, 40 shredder. I see. He shuts down all the workshops. Bro, Kaho. So impressive. But yeah, I don't know why his production was so late. There was really no reason. And now he's not getting a pally. Probably shouldn't.
Town is under siege.
Kaho goes Chimeras, and you know what? That is perfect. What can Fortitude build against Chimeras? Rifleman. That's it. I mean, he can banish one. I feel like this patch did a... I don't know if it did so much to Chimeras, but we see them so much more. It didn't really help with their timing, but they're so fast now that it seems like a lot of people got an incentive to go for them. Even in some Night Elf mirrors, we've seen it, especially by Kaho. And whenever we see a unit that was usually not played, oh, night falls. Almost this is no. He's trying to get Chimeras, tanks out now. Nice little exchanges. 40 is actually doing a fine job here with the few forces he got. But at some point, you might realize that this is not ideal. We are getting tanks, but we don't have barrage. And he sees the production and immediately queues a talent for minus armor. Can he? Oh. I mean, this is... Archmage dead. Blood Mage just flirting with his grave as well. And the Paladin had to go Divine Shield level 1 to stay safe. GG! Kaho! This was one of the most beautiful Night Elf games that I have seen on this patch. Grande Kaho. An outstanding play in like strategic evaluation, style, demon hunter usage, trying to mix in chimeras. Fortitude surely made mistakes here as well, right? Of course, but that expo was running. He didn't scout for it. He was very committed to the main and was kind of blindsided. But Kaho had a reason to pick Twisted Meadows, and he showed us the reason to pick Twisted Meadows. Okay, Demon Hunter Archmage once again. And I guess why not? Will 40 play 1 base or still 2 base? Is the question. So far we see 3 farms, not an ultimate indicator for whatever it is. Kaho starts with the ring.
A player's forces are under attack.
Pretty promising. Once again, we have the Wisp in during the creep. If you reduce the Water Elemental HP, that will basically mean that your workers are getting targeted more by creeps, and he's losing one again. Plus, creeps are still there. This is a big delay on Fortitude already. And the tech is running. Kaho, most improved player of the past 2 years, and I also think most improved player of the past 2 months. And what can you do now? If Kaho is getting overconfident, he might get surrounded here, but I think this is like an absurd amount of damage. He has no immolation. Imagine the damage with immolation, but he just takes the water elementals away. This is a town portal or an archmage kill. Usually 40's early games. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. GG. 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 I was about to say usually Fortitude's early games are the most stable in all of Warcraft. And he threw his units to the dogs, and Kaho had a buffet of human units. Very exposed Archmage. Nice counterplay to the creeps. It is one of the hardest camps that there is in all of Warcraft. And when do you ever see Fortitude, who wears this name for a reason, defeated in 4 minutes?